So, we gotta do it in this room over here. And put the basket on floor. Like paper. While receiving a nice hosing yourself again. The sprinklers sense accomplishment and cease operation. Your fire and subsequent shower seems to have shorted out the burnished bullies. Let's save it here. Let's head on over through this door. You've just entered Vohaul's secret chamber. The evil one himself is seated before a large console high on a platform on the center of the room. Standing obliviously ready are many of the dreaded salesman clones. Save it again. So, we meet again. I must say, I'm quite impressed with your resourcefulness and tenacity. I'd love to chat, but I'm busy preparing the last of my salesman clones for their trip to Xenon. Feel free to stick around and observe the downfall of your civilization. Ha ha ha. Does that look like a deadly fall to you? Well, you found one more way to snatch humiliation from the jaws of heroism. Yeah. If you could survive a 10-foot fall, why couldn't you survive that? I mean, it's solid ground, but I've survived falls like that. Going somewhere? Ha ha ha. Okay, my mistake. Haven't survived falls that were like 10 feet. Maybe like 2 or 3 feet, but that's probably comparable. As soon as you step on the platform, you're struck by a beam of light emitted from a unit in the ceiling. In a matter of seconds, you are broken down into microparticles and extracted from the air. And I'm guessing you're warped into that. Again, the beam strikes, this time blasting into a glass jar on the console. It is there that you are molecularly reconstructed in a miniaturized form. Well, I'll be darned, my miniaturization beam does work, Vohaul's voice booms. In the old days, I'd test these things myself, but as you may have noticed by my appearance, being my own guinea pig has had its disadvantages. I guess this will keep you out of my way once and for all. You'll be a nice conversation piece. With that, Vohaul turns away to put finishing touches on Xenon's fate. Use glass cutter. Okay. The newly cut painted glass falls to the counter. Apparently, Vohaul doesn't notice. Let's go down. Ow. You now know for a fact that less weight does not equal less pain at the onset of deceleration trauma. You come so far only to die in a dumb way. What a geek. Once a geek, always a geek. Maybe. Check on over here. What do we have? We have... McDonald's. Darn, I guess his lardness got a little fed up with your meddling. You've been redesigned once again, revealing a permanent overhead view. You resemble one of these wonderfully colorful mosaics commonly found on windshields. Implications there? So, instead, let's enter the vent. You wiggle your slim carcass through the vent. You push the button. Way to go, you've just disconnected Vohaul's life support system. He's a goner without it. Enter vent. You can see Vohaul struggling to take his last few breaths. Not you again? You think you have won? He wheezes. But all you have done is to seal your own fate. He reaches up and flips the switch on the far end of the console before dropping to the floor dead. And as I head on over here, I go ahead and save. Type enlarge. The switch should be on first. Pull switch. By the way, just for fun, type reduce. And head on over here. Back over here. Walking to this. By already being in a miniaturized form and setting the beam to reduce, you are now too small to exist. That wasn't too swift on your part. Too bad. And too stupid. type enlarge. And walk over here. Head on over, inside, and zoom out. You are once again reconstituted, this time the correct size. You notice that the clones are gone. Okay, look at console. You see a screen with some text on it, just above a keyboard. Look at screen. Whoa. Launch countdown. To abort launch, enter code below. I have no idea how to take the code. By the way, I see general status, orbit decaying, prognosis, terminal, interior environment okay, external temperature critical, auxiliary operations, clone launch go. The code is SHSR. Aborted. Abort granted. So, I guess F6 to exit the screen. Wonder what happens if we walk the stairs. There's an issue where normally it's supposed to walk you diagonally if you're on stairs, but this doesn't do that. And I still snatch the jaws of humiliation from the jaws of heroism. So now let's use the page up button. Okay. And walk over here. This way. What do we have? Down we go. To this. And a section of the glass tubing is fractured from combined stress. The pressurized atmosphere rushes for the relative vacuum of space. Due to the effect of the air rushing by, to get out the hole, the air in your lungs is sucked out and you find it impossible to get more. Hence, you struggle but die. You only had 228 points anyway. No big loss. Well, it has been a pleasure watching you play. So let's reload this. Look. You're walking through a clear tubular passageway which seems to wind in and out along the outer perimeter of the asteroid. There is a box mounted on the west side at the end of this tube. Look at box. Box is actually an oxygen mask receptacle. It is currently closed. Take mask. You open the box and noticing an oxygen mask, remove it and close the box. Soon enough, I'm going to need to put the mask on. Head this way. Down here. At the right time, put on mask. Okay. Have to type it correctly. Section of the glass tubing. Fortunately, wearing the mask protects you from suffocation. Down we go. Down we save. No longer needing the mask, you remove and stow it for later. Uh-oh. Gotta escape. Meltdown soon. I'm gonna save the command push button here. So right now it says it does not compute, but since I pressed enter, command should be saved. Okay. You're not near enough to one. Any curiosity you may have harbored regarding the menacing metallic pest will now be satisfied as you've drawn too close. Your attention is attracted to a decal on the front of the machine. It says the Vohaul Meromatic. This rouses your curiosity. Suddenly you note that each and every bone in your body feels as though it has been transformed into molten matter. Never slow to catch on, you notice that you are cooking from the inside out. Now this is a pain that lingers. Every drop of moisture is purged from your system by the intense heat of the internal barbecue. Your dehydrated composition makes it impossible to continue. Better luck next time. Somewhat of a pleasure. So, try this again. Saving the command. We'll want to take advantage of the diagonal keys. And I'll use the command yet again, because we need to actually go forward, then backwards, then forwards to get through this. Gotta escape from him here. He's walking towards me about the same speed, so you know what? As long as I can do this. Good. You slide the oxygen mask back on your face. No longer needing the mask, yeah. Now he's behind me. Save this here. We'll see if I'm able to escape without giving birth suddenly. Nope. You're suddenly wrecked by excruciatingly violent pain. It feels as if your body is trying to turn inside out. Whoa. That was epic. After gaining freedom from its flesh fortress, the odd little alien runs away, leaving you lying on the floor like a used, oversized placenta. A darn tough, yet unique way to go. That should teach you not to be sucking face with alien beings in the future. Yeah, that was a close call. Going to have to reload a save and pause this right now. Okay, back to recording. Look, and let's look at lights. That does not appear to be here to view. Look at light. Apparently not here to view. But I already pushed the button. Enter pod. Alright. Upon entering the escape pod, you quickly take your seat. Take off. Okay. How about launch? Warning, emergency escape vehicle launch sequence has begun. Alright. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and blast off. Whew! Stop. You're going to have to stop cutting these escapes so close. Well, you must feel pretty good right now. You stopped Vohaul from carrying out his threat of salesman infestation, ultimately destroying the twisted scientist himself. You also managed to save your own skin, and just look at that score. Pretty darn impressive. Suddenly, a warning signal draws your attention to the oxygen meter on the front panel. It reads low and dropping fast. This is just great. You knew it was all too good to be true. You had maybe 5 minutes of air left. Well, it was nice knowing you. Look. Now you take the time to view the interior of the pod in more detail. You see a sleep chamber on the wall. Okay. Open chamber. Open chamber. Get in chamber. You make the split-second decision to enter the sleep chamber. It seals automatically. Soon you are overcome by a pleasant drowsiness. This is certainly better than suffocating. You begin to drift away into a deep sleep with the satisfaction of having accomplished your task. You come through in the clutch, and you deserve a nice long rest. Now if someone would just pick you up somewhere along the way, who knows. So long, and thanks again for saving your people. And we're done. The end. For now. And it actually said for now. Thanks for playing. That's the end of Space Quest 2. Just enjoy the music while we're at it, till it ends. And after that, see you next time.